Hello, I'm Sandy Gillis. I am the director here at the Deep Well Project, and welcome to our food pantry. We're so excited that you could join us today, and we're super excited to be part of the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. Our food pantry has been closed to outside people for a long time now, so we're really excited that you can be with us and you can see all the amazing inventory that you, our community, have helped us with through your donations, particularly during the holiday season. Real quick about Deep Well, we've been around for almost 50 years. We focus strictly on basic needs, primarily food and shelter issues. And we were founded by a very feisty old lady named Miss Charlotte Heinrichs about 50 years ago. And I have a feeling Miss Charlotte knows a little about good trouble, but more about that later. First, I just wanted to share a quick COVID update. When we think about challenges we've had in 2020, certainly here at Deep Well Project, we have had our share of challenges as well. The amazing thing is we missed not one day of service during COVID. We just had to change the way we did a lot of things for the safety of our clients, as well as the safety of our staff and volunteers. So one of the biggest changes was right here in our pantry. Instead of clients being able to come in and pick out exactly what they wanted to put in their food bag, we had to move everything outside. So we pre-pack all the bags, we do everything curbside, so it's very safe, but we do still give folks a full week's worth of groceries every time they come and schedule an appointment with us to get food. So that hasn't changed. That's been nice. One of the other changes we've really had to wrestle with is how to do client intake from a closed office, but we have managed to figure that out too. We use technology a lot more. Clients are emailing us and texting us the copies of leases or power bills or whatever it is that they need help with. And if all else fails, we can talk to people through a glass door pretty darn well. The livable housing program that we do, which is where we go in and do really critical home repairs, has probably been our program that COVID has rear-ended the worst. We have continued with all of our exterior repairs. We've drilled wells, we've replaced roofs, so we've kept going, but we have had to make pretty substantial changes there. And at the end of the day, the largest challenge that COVID presented to us was the sheer volumes. One day in May, on a Tuesday, our phone rang 330 times in one day. Never have we seen that kind of an avalanche of need at the same time as we had the fewest volunteers to meet the need. Many of our volunteers, due to their health or the health of their loved ones, had to step aside. And then once we kind of understood and figured out how COVID was transmitted, we had to deliberately keep our number of volunteers in the building at any given time at a very low number for everyone's safety. So as we pull through COVID, we've had some hardworking volunteers that would love a respite once we get through this, because that has really been our biggest challenge. But, thinking about the challenges we have had in delivering services to the community, it really pales in comparison to the challenges our clients have faced. But very early in COVID, when there was the lockdown and non-essential businesses were forced to close, people who had always been self-sufficient, had never needed help, suddenly did need help. And that was tough for them, and it was, it's just crazy. Other challenges we've seen with clients with the virtual learning. If you're a single mom and you have a first grader and a second grader, and you don't have a job that you can telecommute, what do? I mean, what an awful, awful position so many of our clients were put in. And just like we at Deep Well, our clients have risen to those challenges too. And we're so proud that we were there to help them and help them figure things out. When we think forward to 2021, what comes next? We are very excited that vaccines are coming. I do think the battle with COVID is going to be won arm by arm as the vaccines are available. And until that time, we've just got to keep on keeping on. People need to do things that keep them safe, and we need to be here as the stabilizer. So when a family does need food, when a family has no way to pay their rent, we need to continue to be there for them. We're keeping our eyes and ears open for new programs that come up that can help the community. Volunteers in Medicine is doing a great program right now to try to help people self-isolate if they do test positive for COVID. We're a really small piece of that, where we're going to provide food to that family. But our hats are really off to Volunteers in Medicine for coming up with a way to either help people maintain their household and keep people in their home as safe as possible. Those are the kind of programs that we are just staying alert for and making sure we've got flexibility in our budgets and resources to help in 2021. I guess lastly, one of the challenges that was posed to me is think about good trouble and how MLK got in a lot of good trouble to leave the incredible legacy that he left. And when I think about good trouble, my heart just goes back to the founder of the Deep Well Project, Miss Charlotte Heinrichs. She was a feisty little old lady who, at the same time as these brilliant minds were coming up with how Hilton Head could someday be a world-class resort, Miss Charlotte was that aggravating little gnat who just kept buzzing around and saying, hey, people here don't have enough to eat. Hey, people here don't have safe drinking water in their homes. We need to do something about this. I'm going to do something about this, and I need you to help me. That's what Miss Charlotte did back in those early days. And that, again, being in good trouble, just poking people, reminding them, hey, the rising tide needs to lift all boats, all the people who live on our island. And that wonderful legacy that she founded 50 years ago, that when you think through the decades has helped hundreds and hundreds of people, and then you fast forward to 2020 and a worldwide pandemic. If Miss Charlotte hadn't been that good trouble, poking people and making sure people had their basic needs, would we have been ready for this pandemic? Could we have done what we did in this pandemic? Just on the housing front, all of 2019, Deep Well was called on 367 times to help with an emergency rent. Well, in 2020, Deep Well paid almost 1,200 emergency rents for people, quadruple what we did the prior year, that we never could have done without the support and help of the community, and we never could have done without that long legacy that Miss Charlotte founded 50 years ago, and so many volunteers and people have helped with through those years. So our hat really is off to Miss Charlotte and the good trouble that she caused decades ago, as well as to MLK and the incredible legacy that he has left for people today. I don't think Miss Charlotte ever met Martin Luther King Jr., but if they had met, they would have been great friends. Don't you agree? Thank you for visiting with us today, and happy MLK Day.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do, nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger or brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us,